This is an emergency.
The police are aware of our strategy. That the police are aware of our strategy. First question. Second question. How do you know that?
So we're at the Occupy LA movement right now, and here's just a couple shots, the tents that are pitched up.
I'm unemployed.
Okay.
How's that?
Okay.
And the Actions Committee that go on all the demonstrations. I'm glad people are waking up. Personally, I feel enthralled that there's a movement finally that's taking the country by storm and taking the world too. We got to sustain it in the United States though, because everybody looks to us to sustain anything. A movement like this is touching off sparks all over the world. We got a spark from Egypt and Tunisia earlier in the year, and a spark from Madison, Wisconsin, which I was at that rally there with 200,000 people. Now we sustain here over about 2 months of occupation, December 1st, 24/7. I hope it changes a lot of things radically. I hope it becomes a full-out revolution, peaceful revolution. That's what we need in our country. It's peaceful revolution, everybody on the same page. We need to turn upside down what they call the status quo now. Our government's corrupt, Wall Street's corrupt, it's all run amok, corrupt, all corruption. They're not going to change it, they're going to keep it the same. There might be minor changes, but I don't see changing at all. That's why this movement's arisen in our country. That's why we're attacking the top so the bottom can start, bottom to the top, a new revolution. Make sure that everybody is fed. That's number one. Because if everybody's got enough food to eat, that would create calm.
She's right there.
People do crimes because they don't have enough to eat. They steal things. They hurt people. They destroy things because they're frustrated.
They don't have their basic needs.
They don't have their basic needs. And if I could control part of the government to have housing and food to eat.
How has the increasing economic gap affected you personally?
I don't think personally it's affected me that much, but I do think that, like, perhaps for my parents, they're missing out on some of the money that's going to the upper classes, the upper 1%.
Well, it's affected some people a lot. It's affected me a little bit less, and that actually created a little bit of animosity between me and some of my friends, because, you know, sometimes I can do stuff that they can't because, you know, it's affected them more.
Have you heard about the Occupy movement?
Yes.
Do you care?
Yes.
Do you think it'll be effective in bringing about social change?
Yes, I feel that like all these things that are going on right now in the US and around other parts in the world right now, they're all just pressuring government officials and people in power to bring about a result in response to all this. And I mean, when this is gonna happen, I personally don't know, but I feel like it's bound to happen sooner or later.
Have you heard about the Occupy movement?
Yeah, I have.
And do you care about it?
I do care about it, yeah.
And do you think it'll be effective in bringing about change?
I think that it calls attention to, like, these things that people really aren't aware of. And, you know, it might not physically change anything. It's not like the Wall Street people are gonna stop working. But you know, awareness-wise, I mean, it's simply this. 1% of people own what, like 40% of the wealth. Crazy statistics like that. You know, and no matter what argument you make about, oh, they deserve it, or it's capitalism, oh, blah, 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 you can't deny that's the result of whatever system we have, whatever name you want to put on it, and it's something it's a state we've created in our country that which we can create differently.
Yeah.
And have you heard about the Occupy movement?
Yeah. And
do you care about it?
I do care.
And do you think it'll be effective in bringing about change?
Not at all. The Occupy Wall Street movement, it has no mission statement that actually addresses any problems that I believe are actually out there. That they're really just, they're making lives difficult for people that don't deserve it. You know, the people on Wall Street are losing just as much money as they are, and they're blaming the wrong people. A lot of it has to do with government, and they're really not putting the blame in the right place.
Except for it seems to be a lot of controversy about police reacting and people reacting and such. And it seems like there's kind of, they don't really know if the people or the police are the ones at fault in what's going on in the movements. But I don't think it'll be effective, because it kind of seems like a bunch of people who don't have much just saying, give me something, and that generally doesn't work too well in a capitalistic society. So that's what I think.